Yo, what the fuck is gonna be what if I was in My Hero Academia Part 1? In this what if I shall not be replacing Deku, he will still be in the what if and get one forward like cannon. And I'll continue right after the intro. I'm going to explain my power, which will not be a quirk, so anyways, what I'm going to be able to do is summon weapons that I have seen into my hand, summon weapons that I have seen. I can summon them into my hands, or I can summon them into the air and use them as projectiles. However, if the weapon is a gun, I cannot use them. I can't summon them into the air and use them as projectiles. Because imagine just yeeting a gun at someone. That's not gonna work. They can only be summoned into my hands. I'm going to look like the guy on the thumbnail. If you know who he is, then you know why I got the idea on my power. My main weapon shall be a pistol, where every 10 bullets I use, the next 10 bullets will be stronger. And that will continue until the magazine is out of bullets, and I have 50 bullets per one magazine. Instead of reloading, I chuck the gun on the floor and it disappears, and I just summon another one. Yeah, it just makes sense to do that because it's quicker than reloading. Whenever I'm in close range combat, I would use 2 swords. The 2 swords will be Concho and Bakia because I like them. Picture of them will be on the video right now. Oh yeah, I can summon all sorts of random swords, spears, guns and stuff. Bruh, I just had to think of all this shit. Anyways, now that I'm done with this shit explanation, I shall get on with the story. I would be born to some random ass side characters because as soon as I hit the age of 4, the house would burn down and my parents died. Also, I had a genetic defect because I was born with white hair. Even though both of my parents had black hair. And since that happened, yeah, I go to an orphanage and shit. Oh yeah, my name in this is going to be Archer Emil, because I can't think of one. And it's not complete copyright, because Archer is in there. Anyways, I'm taken in by the orphanage. I'm going to see if I have a quirk, like a week after. The quirk doctor says that I do not have a quirk, and someone who works at the orphanage took me to the quirk doctor, and they act like nothing's wrong, but as soon as we leave, they just yeet me out to the forest, because I would say that only 2% of people are quirkless, and also the orphanage people, and they only want people with quirks so that they can become heroes and help the orphanage in the future. So yeah, there I was, small 4-year-old right outside the forest. Because I had nowhere to go, I just walked into the forest. By the way, it's like daytime, so it's not that dangerous. And I'm wandering around, is that the word? Until I see a pack of wolves. Eyes all just staring at me. I mean, I'm kind of scared, but I began to think of any way to get myself out of that situation. However, all the wolves begin to walk around and surround me. So then I wasn't able to get out of the situation, no matter what. I, at that point, decided to accept my fate. Anyone who knows what I'm hinting at is nice. Anyways, but yeah, I've accepted death while in my helplessness state, I guess. something begins to materialize in my hand, because I was thinking of a gun that I saw in some random anime that I watched. I was watching it with my father, I guess I could say. And that's going to be my trusty pistol. By the way, there are 5 wolves, and then I fire. I shoot the wolf 10 times and it dies. The other wolves begin to growl. I quickly shoot 5 bullets, another one, it dies. Then to the next, using another 5 bullets, then I shoot the last two using only 4 bullets altogether. There I was looking out at 5 lifeless wolf bodies. However, I wasn't scared while fighting them. No, I was completely calm, much calmer than anyone who had just killed. Though it wasn't humans, I was only 4. Still but a child. I then walked out of the forest because night was approaching, following the path I had taken to get inside the forest. I then was at a road which was where the person who worked at the orphanage had left me. I then walked to the city as I see it from miles away due to the fact that it was shining brightly thanks to all the lights. So I am nearly about to go into the city, but I realize I still have the gun in my hand and I don't have anywhere to put it. I think about the pistol disappearing, and it does to my shock. But I walk into the city at around midnight and I find a building with one of the smoking area thingies. I decide to sleep there. Wake up at 7 a.m. in an apartment with a blanket on. I was lying down on the sofa. I am alert and ready to kill. I think of the pistol appearing in my hand, and it does. I get up from the sofa and walk around holding the gun, and I walk into the kitchen and see a teen with long black hair cooking some food. I point the gun at the back of his head and make a noise to get his attention. He turns around and looks down at me as I am pointing a gun at his head. He says calmly, "Put the gun down, kid." I retort, "Why should I?" He responds, "I just want to help you. You're sleeping in the streets." I reply with him. My gun disappears from my hand. The man's sighs in relief. He asks why were you sleeping in the streets. I'll answer, "None of your business." He give me the annoyed glare. I point a pistol at his head. His hair starts to go up as his red eyes begin to glow. Nothing happens. He has a confused expression on his face, and I'm looking at him with a Deborah look. I ask him, "What are you doing?" He replies as his hair goes down, and I stop glowing. I was trying to erase your quirk. I chuckle. He asks why I'm chuckling. I ask him, "Well, good thing I don't have a quirk." He's shocked, but does not question it. However, he asks, "So what's your name, kid?" I say, "Archamia." "I am Shota Aizawa. Also, where are your parents?" I reply with, "Dead." He looks at me with a lot of sadness. Aizawa then says, "Then why aren't you at an orphanage then?" They left me right outside a forest yesterday because I am quirkless. His eyes slightly widen for a second, but he then says, "I guess I'll adopt you then." I reply with, "Are you even an adult?" Azar feels in a mega oof because he is only 17, so he can't adopt someone legally. I just say, "Yep, I thought so," and then walk out the kitchen. Azar follows me and picks me up. I say confused, "Why?" He replies, "I need to go to school and I can't leave you by yourself here." I sigh. By the way, I act more mature than how 4-year-olds should be. It is because I'm more logical and intelligent. See? Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh. Well, I guess I'll continue though. So, yeah. Azawa uses his other arm to open the door to exit the apartment. He then uses his previously stated arm to close the door and lock it. And then he goes to he walks to UA with me, still being held by him. Once we get there, Aizawa goes to Principal Nezu's office. I'm just going to say Nezu's principal at this point in time as well. Aizawa asks if it is okay he has this boy while he is in classes. Nezu says it's fine as long as he does not purposely disturb students. Aizawa thanks him and walks out the room. I'm being held by Aizawa. I'm still being held by Aizawa while he's walking to his classroom, and I say, "You know I can walk." He simply responds with, "It's faster if I carry you." I nodded there. Logical decision, I guess. Me and Aizawa arrive at class 2A. He sits down on his chair and puts me down on his desk. All of the girls who were in the class start looking at me. It's not weird. It's just because I'm a kid. They think I'm cute. Okay. And then all the others, I just need to say that I had an anime sweat drop because of all of them looking at me. And then the rest of the students arrive, and the teacher walks to me and Aizawa and asks Aizawa why there was a child on his desk. Aizawa explains that he can't leave him at home alone, and Nezu gave him permission to be here as long as he does not purposely disturb the class. The teacher nods and walks to the front of the class. Well, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gone.